Hi, and welcome to our podcast. It's called Nucleus, and I'm Pooja Oberoi from Ikigai, and I'm in Miami currently. I run Bali Jazz Dance Class, and I also run a company called Ikigai, and we do these podcasts and shows with health and wellness experts because we're trying to figure out how we can stay happy and healthy without going to the doctor and prevent diseases. So I think I totally believe that dance is one of them, dance heals. And today on my show, I have a very special guest. I have Sam Reynolds, who is the founder and owner of Cafe Namaste. She's a photographer, she's a yogi, she's a lawyer, and she's an avid traveler. And I would let her do the rest of the talking, and we take it from there. Sam.
Thank you, Pooja, for having me on today. I'm so happy to be here. And wow, I did
What's our topic? Did I miss anything in your introduction? Anything you would like to add? Beautiful. Let's go.
No, I think you covered most of it. I would say maybe philanthropist and community activist too. Not quite a lawyer. I never finished that law degree, though. Wish I did.
Kind of lawyer.
Kind of lawyer. Yeah, I studied in Prague.
I'm sure it helps in your day-to-day business, right?
It does. You have no idea how much that law schooling has helped me grow my business in this industry in Miami.
So today we're just talking about, we're in Miami, we're in one of the loudest cities, and mental health is a big thing right now all over the world, but I feel like Miami could do with your energy and your calmness of yoga. And I just wanted to talk about how we can really help people heal and not go through not get sick, not get disease with the help of movement, things like dance, yoga. First of all, do you believe in that, and how are you doing that with the community, helping them stay healthy and happy?
Absolutely. My wellness journey started almost 10 years ago. And when I started, I was studying and practicing yoga. I was going to fitness classes, and I was going to dance classes weekly. Salsa and bachata.
Wow, I did
religiously. And I felt that combination was so helpful for when I moved back to the United States in all levels, in all ways, and it really transformed my life. So really think about wellness as a lifestyle rather than just going to the gym once a day and going to a class once a week. So everything started shifting. And what I see now that we are overly distracted. We live in an overly busy society. There's too much noise, too much distraction. Social media certainly doesn't help. It can for business, but too much of it, too much. So what I've noticed a lot lately is that people are looking for ways to relax and de-stress. And I find that my relaxation classes are actually the most popular right now in Miami because of the driving stress of inflation, traffic. Living in a city and a traffic noise alone can cause stress even when you're sleeping. So I think for most people, finding ways to be more mindful with whatever they're doing to remove the distraction.
And I think to that point, I want to say that you have this very special quality I've noticed on your business account, that all the classes that you host are in such amazing spaces that it doesn't, when I look at your Instagram, it doesn't feel like we're in Miami and we hear all this noise and suddenly you take people into these beautiful. Do you consciously make sure that your classes are at these amazing spots?
I do. That is actually one of the requirements before I even teach. I assess the space and make sure that's in alignment with what I'm teaching. So that's why we have classes at nature preserve, yoga on a rooftop ocean terrace that's free from distraction, noise, beautiful views. So it all goes together.
And does it help in the class?
It absolutely helps. I mean, I think even people coming to the location, their stress levels have been reduced. Whether I teach yoga or not, the fact that they're there, they just feel 10 times better. So it's definitely intentional. I don't teach in spaces that which the energy would conflict with what I'm teaching. So I am very intentional with space. I guess your environment matters and your entire lifestyle and your well-being, and that definitely plays into it.
So tell me, you were not a yoga or a fitness expert or enthusiast always, were you?
No. For many years.
That's a great question for people there's a lot of people who want to get into this, but there's something that stops them or they just don't feel confident. how did you get so obsessed with it from being not a fitness?
I know. So interestingly, I was 29 when I started my first yoga class. So, I mean, I was late in the game, and actually my mother introduced me to it. So she took me to my first yoga class, but it was something, I mean, I had heard her talk about yoga, and living in Africa and Europe, fitness wasn't really a big thing because we were walking all the time anyway, so it just wasn't the lifestyle. And when I moved back to the United States, that's when I discovered the power of yoga. And once I started becoming more aware of my own self, my own body, that's when I started eating better. Honestly, I hardly drink alcohol anymore. So I did a complete life change.
So what was that one hook? Because I know a lot of people go to classes, they learn different movement styles, but they just can't carry on and continue the way you've done it. So what was that one hook? Do you remember that day, one hook?
Yeah, okay. I think at the time that I studied yoga and the time I was learning, it was at a period where there were other types of classes. So it wasn't so fitness oriented. And I think it's easy to get burnt out if you look at yoga classes today and you see only this fitness style of yoga. And I was searching for peace. So I was with a teacher that offered relaxation and yoga nidra and different practices that allowed me to be still in my own body. And that to me was so important. So for that reason, I've been able to carry it on. And the way I move in yoga now, it differs. It depends on, my life, how I age. But that internal peace, that has stuck with me.
So I think isn't that like the whole concept of yoga where you live and you just be, the state of being is exactly in alignment.
Yes.
And so everything that you do, the way you eat, the way you sleep, not too much social media, the spaces, everything matters to get your whole...
It's a complete lifestyle.
Yeah, lifestyle.
Absolutely, a whole balanced way of living and changed my entire trajectory of life. And
Thank you so much, Sam, for sharing this energy. And I think we just needed that, getting out of this noise. And where can people know more about you and follow you and come to relax with you?
Yes, well, I have public classes at the Kampong in Coconut Grove and also at the Nautilus Hotel on South Beach. And you can find my accounts, my lifestyle brand, Cafe Namaste. It's Cafe Namaste _SoFlow. And then I'm Journeys for the Soul.
And Samantha is also a great photographer, and I don't trust anybody else except Sam for her photographs. So follow her there. And I'm Pooja. Once again, you can follow me on IKIGAI USA, Ikigai. And Ikigai means a state of being. So I'm so glad we had someone who's following her Ikigai and sharing that passion with the world. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you. Namaste.